Raw Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make a Picollo de Gallo. So tell me if you have heard of Pico de Gallo. Tell me you heard it. If you have not heard of Pico de Gallo, tell me never heard it. And then I want to know if you, well, I know you haven't heard of Picollo de Gallo because I made it up. And it is a combination of pico de gallo, which is like a Mexican combination of tomatoes, onions, and cilantro and lime sometimes. And then coleslaw. I know you've probably heard of coleslaw. And if you haven't heard of coleslaw, but haven't heard of it. And this is a mixture of coleslaw. It's like a fusion of coleslaw meets pico de gallo. That's what it is, but there's no tomatoes in it. So coleslaw meets pico de gallo, amazing salad. It's a fresh, crunchy salad, and you can use it alongside any protein. We're using it with chicken tonight. So first I'm going to add 4 cups of chopped spinach, nicely diced, like small, like it's like coleslaw. So small diced spinach. Then I'm going to add 3 cups of small cucumber chunks. 3 cups of small cucumber chunks. And then I'm going to add 2 red peppers that I also diced small. 2 red peppers. Good thing I use this huge bowl. Tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. Everyone needs to know that they can have amazing food that is from around the world, but is like fusion too. And then I have like a half of a small onion. This is like a quarter of a big onion or half a small onion. You can also use onion powder if you would prefer. I decided to go with the fresh onion. And then I have 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh cilantro. 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh cilantro. We are almost done with this recipe. It's so great. Now, we're gonna mix this all together, all this goodness. This is the type of salad that you're gonna want to let sit for a little bit in the fridge so that it can, all this like cilantro goodness can transfer over. The other ingredients that we're adding in a second can kind of combine and be so good. And you wanna get all your cabbage to be mixed around so that there's this great combination of red, orange, and green. Nope, red, white, and green. Not red, orange, there's no orange in here. Red, white, and green. Now in here, we're going to add 1.5 limes that are squeezed. The juice from 1.5 limes. These are big limes, which is all good by me. 1.5 limes squeezed. That's half. Now we've got 1. And then we have the half. So there's 1 full one and a half. And then we're going to add some spices and 1 last optional item. So the spices, really there's only 2. We're adding a teaspoon of pink salt, and then you can do to taste after that. So a teaspoon of pink salt, that brings out all these amazing flavors, the lime, the cilantro. Then we're adding a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. I was looking for it, it was hiding behind my sweetener. A quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. Quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. And then 1 tablespoon of sweetener. This is allulose monk fruit combination. It's Impact. You can use stevia, erythritol, allulose, monk fruit, any combination of those. We're using a teaspoon of this. Sorry, this is a tablespoon of the sweetener. Now we're gonna mix, so all of that can get in all the spots. And then it's done. That's it, except the optional add, which I'm going to add. So the optional, you can let it just be like this, a crunchy lime-infused cilantro pico de gallo that's fused with coleslaw. So I'm calling it picollo because in Spanish, cabbage is repollo. So I'm using part of that word, picollo de gallo. And now the other piece that you can choose not to add or add, tell me in the comments if you would add it or not add it, is a 1/4 cup of avocado oil mayonnaise, or whichever mayonnaise that you have access to. That's full fat or avocado, MCT oil. So a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And this gives it that extra coleslaw aspect with the mayonnaise. So a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And then we're gonna mix that all the way through. And then we're gonna let it chill in the fridge. You do not have to, you can immediately serve it if you need to time-wise. But if you have even 15 minutes for it to chill in the fridge, it will help those flavors kind of meld together. So I'm gonna mix this. And then that's it. It is done. It is amazing. It is delicious. We are going to eat it alongside some chicken, cooked chicken in butter with some spices tonight. And it's going to be so delicious and refreshing. A refreshing salad is something that you could share at a potluck or a get together that everyone would like. It's different, but it's delicious, crunchy, low carb, and doesn't have sugar, just sweetener that doesn't spike your blood sugar. And look, it has this nice like sheen now that's a little bit moist from the mayonnaise. So make sure you try this. It's almost like a pasta salad without being a pasta salad, or like a pico de gallo or a coleslaw fused together. Have a wonderful night from my house to your kitchen. Global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.